Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to HoNTourSEA Southeast Asia J-League Cycle 3, and this is gonna be the finals between ORGE Esports and Neolution MRR. As you can see on the screen here, ORGE Esports with a 2-point lead, MRR 0, and if they do lose this next game, it will be the third time they made the playoffs, but the only team to meet three playoffs without a single final win. That said, this is Babael, with me is Larcms.
What's up, guys? Yeah, that's actually a very harsh reality to face if you lose all. Like, if Orange Esports lose this, it's like kind of demotivating in a sense because like you get into three cycles, you don't even win a single one. So hopefully they will win this. I mean, it's looking pretty good for them already. They are 2 games up to nothing, so they just need to win this one and ultimately secure that spot as a winner for cycle number 3. So we're gonna see what they're gonna pull out. Are they gonna pull out some awesome strategy here? They are going straight up for a fade, but I think we should talk about the bans first.
Yeah. Well, in the bands, we have the Tempest, the Seraph, the Ophelia, and the Bubbles, man. Orange Sports making sure that MR doesn't have the Ophelia again, and MR this time making sure that Orange doesn't have the Sandwraith. And that's going to be pretty fair. They also ban the Bubbles because Kido's Bubbles is just way too OP.
Yeah. I mean, if everyone was watching the same games that we were, I think it's safe to assume that that's a hero you really want to ban out against Kudo because he always finds up the opening and like the time to go in and set up for a gank or even the initiation or even like counter initiation. Like I mean, just as a team, they know what they're going through and how to face it. I think this could be a Kudo fade. I'm not too sure yet, unless it's gonna be in that more or less in that Shui role. Tempest, sorry. Keeper of the Force has not been banned out just yet, but I think both teams are gonna probably pass it up. MR by all means can definitely pick that up themselves if they want to. They go for the Scout as their first pick though, and Pestilence again. So they think that they still have the chance with the Pestilence. I mean, they like to run it a lot. They've constantly been trying this strategy. I mean, it's tried and tested. It does work, but against a team like Legion, and especially Orange Esports, if you can't find that space for Pestilence to get out the early farm, it's gonna be a hero that will just be a liability to the team.
Yep. And they do have the Kraken lineup again, but before we go there, they also got the Engineer and the Fate on Team Orange Esports. Now, if they have the Kraken, we seen it succeed before in the previous game, and that was being played by, if I'm not wrong, it was being played by Enkiller.
And yeah.
Correct. So if it's gonna be Enkiller again, I would expect the same amount of standard. And on Team Hellborn, they have the hack this game. That's a little bit different from the previous game because they didn't have the hack, but in this game, hack was pretty big. And just like in game one, I do believe the hack had a very strong impact in a particular game. They didn't win game one anyway, but just saying that the hack is way better an option because of the extra bad blast burst potential coming up from the wretched hack.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like it was a big part of why they were able to stay that long into that game number 1. But yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. You see right there, I was about to talk about Keeper of the Forest, but you see right off the bat, Mysticos is going to ban that out as the third ban coming from the second banning stage because you don't want to give up a Hag Keeper combo. It's just so strong. One lockdown, one bad blast, on top of Pestilence and Scout, you're going to be finished. There is really nothing much you can do. There is I think yeah, for a Legion's lineup, they can probably still go for the carry. I mean, of course, they definitely have to go for a carry, but the last option could even be something like a secondary support, or we might even see another different type of hero or a mid hero over here because Kraken by all means can always be in that off lane. It could be in Enkinder's hands again. You see them even right clicking the pebbles. Most probably could be that pebbles pickup. That is if MR doesn't pick it up unless. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be the Pandemonium. So they're afraid of the Pandemonium, which was I think played by Enkiller in the first game with that straight up Shrilane. So because don't wanna have to deal with that stuff again.
Yeah, and well, that is gonna be pretty hard for Team Hellborn right now because they don't have the Trellis to work with, and that's not gonna work in their favor. But Keeper is also gonna be banned out in this particular aspect now. Amway also being banned, Parasite, Moon Queen, Dark Lady, and Pandemonium. Pandemonium specifically because the first game Kido played Pandemonium and they did really good work. Also, Dark Lady is one of the heroes that Team Legion well could run, but I would say that it's not one of the favorite carry on WTF. I would expect WTF to go Draconis this game, but that's again my expectation. I would want to see the 700 GPM Draconis, but nope, it's gonna be Revenor straight up first. Still having the carry unaddressed here. Orange spots could still pick for any form of carry, so don't worry. we might see the Angry Dragon. Whereas for Team Hellborn, they have not picked the carry yet. They are shadow picking this Vindicator. If Vindicator comes in, well, if he goes into the carry role, would be pretty okay. But the problem is that he's too squishy, doesn't have a stun, doesn't have anything except for silence. That's a little bit of a good and bad there. Also, the fact that if he goes to the support role, yep, if he goes to support role, there's no stun at all, and that would not be an ideal support. Aluna, however, does have a very good stun, also a range snipe. It's in fact the entire map white, so I would say that Aluna is a lot better than the Vindicator.
Yeah, 100%, much more better. Plus, having a Vindicator that carry role wouldn't fit their current lineup already, since they would have a Haggy and the Scout already. One of those two is probably gonna rotate around being the carry or being the offlane. I do believe Doikuyu already is choosing his avatar. Maybe he's gonna be playing the Scout. We're gonna just see 070 with that Wretched Hag. As for Legion's lineup, that pick on that Refinor, that's also a very very good pick, because if Kraken gets a huge ultimate off, and if there's like all they need right now is like Fate to initiate with a huge burning shadows on at least like 2 to 3 heroes. Kraken just follows up with a release the Kraken. Everyone gets sucked in. Rivenor goes throws one out, ball lightning out on top of Stormblades, and he's gonna do a huge and absurd amount of damage in that one that what point. Okay, maybe not point, but yeah, that 1 second of attacks. But they're gonna go for a Corrupted Disciples, the last pick. So there's a lot of aggression coming up from Legion lineup right off the bat here. Just looking at this current lineup, there's a lot of mobility on a lot of these heroes as well, and they have that Fate. So it's gonna be the dual supports. Again, Shui gonna be running the Fate. I don't really like his style of Fate with the Helmet of Black Legion pickup and all the rest of the mumbo jumbo. But seeing as how it's being played as more of that secondary support, you can't really afford that portal key that early in the game as compared to a mid lane Fate. So I'm not gonna harp on that too much, as he does still make it work with his rotation around.
Yeah, and that's it. It's gonna be a little bit sad news for me because I will not see the Draconis, but still, CD is gonna be very effective because there's a lot of early game pressure in this one. Fate as well. Fate's gonna be on Shui. Shui means that it's gonna be rotating gang. We've seen his work against Impunity Earth in the round robin stages. This particular lineup, in fact, was very crushing for them to deal. They did have the Dampier lineup, and that's something that was considered a little bit successful on Impunity Earth's Lucky, but they did lose to this CD lineup with Shui been playing as the Fate. That's it. The last pick is gonna be a Blacksmith. Wow.
Questionable, because that's a good. Okay, the thing about okay, I hate secondary support Blacksmith because I played it before in a tournament. You, it's so
I
hard.
remember that one.
Yeah, it's so hard to play it because you don't have a range attack. Your stun takes quite a huge amount of your mana, and after like he can help us, just stack around the rest of the cans, but slowly reaching the later stages of the game, he's not as strong in my opinion. Yes, he does have the chaotic flames to work with, and that's a really really good skill to tie in with his fireball, but it takes a while for him to actually get about and start rotating around and setting up some ganks, because you're not going to have the ability to really use your auto attacks to full effectiveness because you have to be wary of your positioning. B is the fact that his movement speed is not the best of secondary supports. He's sitting 5 movement speed behind Oluna. It's not the biggest of deals, but it can actually affect according to some certain situations. So I don't really agree with the Blacksmith pickup. There's a lot of other secondary supports they could have gone for, even just getting that jungle option if they wanted to, something like a Parasite. That would be pretty good against this Legion lineup, because you can easily silence and burst down one of the heroes really quickly, something like a Fade or even the Engineer, so they can get his energy field off. That could be also another option for them, but they're just gonna opt for that Blacksmith, so I guess it's gonna be pretty iffy in my opinion. I'm not sure if they're gonna go for tri-lane. It looks like they are currently though.
Yep, and yeah, they are going to be looking for extra gang on his tri lane. There is a considerable amount of stunners. However, Hag doesn't have a stun, and that could prove to be a little bit hard to deal with in the early stages of this game. Level 1 Hag definitely will be looking for a Flash of Darkness. If not, I mean, Hag without Flash of Darkness is just too easy to pick up, so he should be looking at that. It's going to be a tri lane going both ways down south here. So bottom lane we do have the CD, the Fate as well as the Engineer against that of the Luna Hack as well as Blacksmith. But before we go there, let's talk a little bit. Oh, seems like they're not gonna give me the chance there. Burning Shadow is gonna go down quickly. The Keg also gonna connect, and it could be done deal here. Luna in a lot of trouble. We'll pop the health potion, looking around with extra, just one extra hit, but it seems not to be possible. As the
Oh,
Luna is
that
just so angry with the power throw. Yep,
yeah,
revenge
that would
time.
have been a kill, but it kind of a misplay there from Mr. Ghost. The kick actually was a little bit too slow. That's why he went to the right side rather than the left.
Yep, and now gonna introduce this place as well as team. On Team Legion this time around, we have Orange Esports, Mr. Ghost Top Troller, Drafter. He's gonna be the engineer. Revenant there being played by Kiddo. Corrupted Disciple by WTF. We do have Cipher, also known as Ankiller. He's gonna be the Kraken. Let's banal straight onto the Fate. And on Team Hellborn, we got Neolution, MRR. Colorex is gonna be the Blacksmith. Bomb Rusher Paul on the Aluna. Pestilence being played by Cheetah1X. Dewey Q, also known as Black Q, he's gonna be the Scout. Last but not least, 07TV1 is the hack that's being completely abandoned at the bottom lane right now.
Yeah, and he's
That's it,
gonna
mid
get put
lane,
up
lip
by.
of engagement happening quickly. It seems that Pesty might be able to land a quick stun, or rather will not be able to get it done.
Yeah, I was looking at the bottom lane. That's a really big misplay by Shui. Trying to go for a blind stun, he actually missed the burning shadows, so he's wasting that mana and the ability to have that extra added, DPS onto this hag. There was a good rotation, by the way, coming up from engineer. He not only dewarded the ward that was just placed by the Luna to block off the pull camp, so that's why they still have that to work with. But he also went to mid, and like you mentioned over there in the previous play-by-play, they were doing a lot of damage actually to that pestilence.
Yep, and Burning Shadow right now is going to land down south for the fade onto the Hag, but Hag is going to be fine. And top lane Kraken taking a little bit of harassment from the Blacksmith with very short hand. It's nice to see. This is like a David versus Goliath kind of a situation, you know. Blacksmith being really short, Kraken being really big and fat, but yep, the smash is also hitting a shit ton of damage there. But Blacksmith should be able to just survive quite well in this game. There's also the scout to remember about. That's it, 2 minutes gonna be up real soon, and we do have CD having pretty good fun. Gonna look at the CS so far, CD 12 and 6, whereas the hack is only at about 0 and 0. It's only 0 and 0, which means that he doesn't have much of a time, much of the stuff. He also missed onto the regeneration rune, so the Keck is gonna miss
Oh my
somehow.
god.
And Mr. Ghost might be in a little bit of a tight spot. That Mister is just too much to bear. Hack doesn't have any Son of Scream, but he does have the HoN, so no kill going either way.
Yeah, that was really questionable. I actually thought that keg would have hit. If that keg hit, I think he would have had by all means the opportunity to kill off this hag, or at least do enough damage to force the hag to back off and run all the way to base. Either that or buy regen at the side, not the side shop, the observatory. So, just really unfortunate that that keg didn't hit. He is going to be facing against a level 4 Corrupted Disciple, so Corrupted Disciple already winning his lane really, really hard because of the support from Fade. Middle lane though, looks like it's straight at tri-lane mid. No, okay, maybe not. Just some rotation coming from Shui. Shui needs to do a little bit more work because he's still sitting at level 1. That's the biggest concern right now for them. As for top lane, at Blacksmith is also level 1, but at least he's getting something done by harassing this Kraken out of lane. Look at that, man. Man, oh man.
Yep, big guy versus small guy. Level 1 versus level 3. Perfect example there, but seems like Blacksmith is going to be fine. But here comes the Fate to join up with Kraken at the top lane. There's nothing else he could have done on the bottom lane. He does already box out the hack enough, sufficiently so that CD gets enough farm. And hack is already a level 2, whereas CD is already a level 4. So that's something to point out there. Fate, of course, is level 1. He can definitely go up north to just get a little bit more extra farm. He will suck up a bit of the Kraken's experience, but that should be fine because there is a Blacksmith in this lane.
Yep, and this rotation coming from Fade is pretty alright because he is facing against the Blacksmith, so it is melee versus melee, and the favor is more in towards Fade as compared to Blacksmith because Fade has that extra call ability to minus both the mana and health from this Blacksmith, so that's a really nifty skill to have. You see even Engineer rotating around, they're looking to try to set up a kill at the top lane, but maybe are probably gonna run, yep, they're gonna cut through this back area and pick up a Compessence, and this will be a very easy kill because Revenor has a lot of burst damage. Oh, this could actually happen right now.
Yep, mid lane, it seems to be pretty scary there. And there goes the Burning Shadow of Fate. It's going to land it quickly. Here comes the ball lightning also. It's going to be a pot in stun. That's going to be really effective. Pesty is going to go in. That's a Bloodlust for Shrey playing as the Fate.
Yep, that was just really good rotation. Even bottom lane, holy shit.
Wow. He did manage to pick up Bomb Rush. Well, that's your Luna, but that CD's complete soul marriage there. Didn't really see what happened because there was a parallel action in the mid. But that should be okay. Meanwhile, top lane Kraken is facing a little bit of trouble against that of the Scout. The Blacksmith is going to land a stun. And here comes the Scout though. Scout level 5, no marksman shot. If not, it would be an easy kill on the Kraken.
Yeah, I actually think that they could have gotten the kill had Blacksmith thrown the hammer first and then only used the fireball. The thing about a Blacksmith is you need to, like when you have the ability to, I'm not saying you should always do it because it depends on the situation, but when you have the ability to, like throw the flaming hammer first as you do minus the armor of the enemy before throwing out the fireball, so you get more damage in.
Yep, that's something that's very good to pay attention to. That -1 magic armor is just going to deal a lot of extra damage onto the Kraken. That could be possible. But that's a little bit of a reverse gang is going to happen real soon here. And Blacksmith is going to back away quickly, but he is in vicinity still. Fate doesn't know that, but that's going to be a Tri-Man in the Hellborn jungle. And a lot of rotation coming from this dual support here. There's Mr. Ghost playing as Engineer, as well as Fate being played by Shui. Both of them doing a lot of groundwork. It's so far very effective. WTF having complete unharassed and unparalleled form so far in this game. Looking at his CS is standing at about 35 into 19. And there is no one else that could be so close. Oh, yep, you can see the Scout 35 is 11. Scout doing a lot of good work also. But Scout is having a little bit of harassment by the Kraken, so he doesn't have the opportunity to farm as well. And do note that the Carpet Disciple on the flip side doesn't have anyone in his lane now.
Yep, and I gotta say, like, this double rotation coming out, well, not double rotation, this double roam coming out from both this what's his name, Engineer and this Paid. Oh my god, what the hell happened to? Yeah, they're doing a lot of work for this team right now because they are setting up a lot of aggression on Hellborn that it's forcing them to play very passively and be very careful as to where they go. Top lane, actually, Kraken taking a lot of harass.
Oh,
my
he
god,
might actually
die.
go down here. Yeah, Bug Smash is going to be used a little bit too early. Oh no, actually it's going to be now. Wow, okay.
Yeah, because that was a definite kill because Kraken is 777. Wow, lucky sevens. That lucky seven got him the death, so not as lucky. But yeah, I mean he has really high HP and he was way below. It was at least one third or middle lane.
Yeah, mid lane, a little bit clutch gameplay happening here. Revenant is going to go in with a ball lightning looking for extra stun. He may not want to go in, still thinking about it, and it's going to expire, so it's going to be fine. He's more or less looking to just run it, but here comes the hack, level 4 with haste, looking to kill the Engineer, and just going to land a lucky hack onto Pesty, but it's going to get sidestepped by the hack. Even the ball lightning is going to miss. However, the power throw was shot out there. It did hit onto the Engineer, but didn't result in any kill. Heck is still behind and Midnight, but on the flip side, Pestilence should be pretty fine. He did land the Impale, so I mean there would not be any kills so far coming out of this game.
Yeah, that was actually kind of a waste for Orange's first because they missed a lot of skills. I'm not sure what happened to Shui over there, and they forced out the port from Carta Disciple, which means that slows down his farm, opens up space for Hag, who you can see right now is farming. So not the best use of TP scrolls over there, and couldn't really get much out of it done. But at least they didn't. Okay, wait, they did lose the. No, okay, no, yeah, they didn't lose anyone in that previous team fight, so that's the good sign of life coming out from that previous engagement for this Legion lineup.
Yep, that's it. We do have Scout already at 380 GPM. They're about having a very good game so far. Do you know that he was farming a little bit undisturbed also because Kraken left for the mid lane, and that's a little bit sad to see that didn't ensure any form of a kill for Team Orange Esports. So that's it, 1.7k goal lead for Team Legion, and Hellborn still pretty much far behind for these early stages of this game.
And that was actually a huge kill actually. Coming back to the point about the Scout. Oh, Blacksmith gonna place a ward there. Really nice. I think it should be spotted out. Wait, is it enough? No, it's not. It's just like 50 extra yards away from this Ward of Revelation, so they won't be able to spot that out. But still, at least they will have Hellborn team will have that vision of this so-called pseudo tri-lane. I mean, there's a lot of rotation coming from them. Even dust being purchased by this what's his name, this Engineer. So gonna try to set up a kill for Scout, but they have full vision of that. Scout's just gonna go ahead and rotate towards jungle. By all means, can easily take this. He's gonna probably work towards finishing a Rune Cleaver. I think his Sustainer is finished. Yep, it's getting sent to him right now. Even a what is this Minor Totem gonna be sent to him, and now he's gonna be able to easily farm with ease because he has that extra added mana and health regeneration. Whereas for the mid lane, Revenar hasn't had much support so far, in my opinion. He needs to be more proactive in this game so that he can slow down Pestilence even that much more.
Here comes the gang.
Yep,
Fate's coming in with Engineer and Kraken behind. They might be able to make something happen in mid lane. Here, Revenant is already here. The Swarm is gonna reveal the Engineer with him, but it's not gonna reveal the enemies behind. So Hellborn is playing this very safe because they know that the top lane is completely barren right now. And all that they see on the map should be the CD down south farming. So, yep, they should be expecting a gang, and they will nicely play very safe. Hiding behind towers is the right way to go.
And you see Hag here. He still doesn't have his boots, but he does have a but okay, he just got it delivered. He does have his homecoming stone as well, so anytime there's like a fight that's gonna break out, he can just go in, use the bat blast. So that's one of the best things about Hag. Even though you're so far behind in farm, you can always still do something with your skills in team fights. Is that there's a lot of burst potential there. Curve Disciple's doing a really good job here at the bottom lane. He is getting a lot of farm on himself. He even has the Mystic Vestments completed himself, so he can take a lot of harass coming on from this Hag. And I think he is probably. I think he purchased something. I don't think he's been sitting on this 500 gold for a long time. It seems kind of long in my opinion. But yeah, there is a haste room by the way, bottled up by Revenor, so you can actually look towards setting up a gank anywhere across the map. And top lane has been completely abandoned by the scout, who can't easily rotate in towards the mid and set up a gank, or even the top. Here we go, middle lane though.
Level 9 scout going in behind to just make sure that there is no one else, but it's gonna be a little bit precarious situation. If there's a lot of ref, he would be taken care of, and if the enemy was there, but they do know that the enemy Orange Esports is right now trying to push down the top lane, and that is gonna be pretty effective. I don't expect any form of contest to defend against this tier 1 push. It should be going up quickly. Kraken in fact gonna tank this one up, manning up really well. Tower is gonna get destroyed, and that's gonna be well. Meanwhile, bottom lane CD is gonna be a little bit of a tight spot right now. The stun is gonna go down there. Even a bad blast is gonna be used just to make sure that the CD will go down.
Yep, just good rotation from the scout to go bottom where there was no vision, and really well played by MR to actually pick up the kill. Whoa, ball laning actually connects to Pistons there mid. But yeah, top lane at least to get the tier 1. That means more levels onto this Fate and Engineer, the dual supports, and much more farm for the rest of this Legion team, which they really need right now, so that the supports can get more items on themselves so that they can roam a little bit faster. Things like Striders and all this kind of jazz. Even a portal key hopefully on this Fate. But you see a port actually going to be used by Revenor. Going to go ahead to the bottom lane.
Yep, he is here right now. Is he able to set up a kill? That's the question. No, he does have, I do believe, haste, but he's not able to catch up with the Hack. He will catch up with Luna, so Luna's gonna be pretty easy kill. It should be possible there. One last hit and it's gonna be done.
Yep, he has hasted, and yeah, the response coming in from Hellburn team was really quick to just port out after taking the tower. So really well played by MR over there, at least to get the tower advantage. Middle lane though.
Yep, Engineer a little bit of a tight spot here. Down goes the Storm as well as the quick stun there. It should be an easy kill. The Kek's gonna miss on both of them, but here comes the stun by Burning Shadow. Even Kraken out ain't gonna be used. That's gonna address shit 1x on the Pesty. So it's gonna be pretty fair 1-to-1 kind of exchange so far. Revenant comes into play here. He is completely invisible to the entire Hellborn team with the rune effect there, so it should be just fine. He also scout out this Hack. Should he want to land a stun, it would be possible here, but Hack doesn't have the bad blast. Yep, it's gonna be a ball lightning stun. He's gonna pot in there quickly. Even a Stumble is gonna be called here now. Hack is gonna be a lot of trouble. Maybe 1 or 2 more hits now. The ball regeneration just a little bit too quick there. He should be fine. But here comes the CD, and that's gonna be an easy kill for him. Ivern Cipher's nice little torrent will be able to pick out the Hack.
Yeah, really well played, and that's the power of Revenant, like especially against mobile heroes like a Mage Pain or a Wretched Hag. Even if you port away, that ball lightning is still attached to you, so you gotta be a little bit careful as to how to use it. But in that kind of sense, he had to do it either ways, because if he stayed longer, he would still been caught out by like a Fate Stun who was there. By the way, Reflection.
Yep, Reflection now is going to be able to make sure that the kill Luna is going to be successful. Meanwhile, Scout is just purely running away on the flip side. Pasty goes down equally fast. And Scout's going to be fine because there is no dust or anything on those two. But again, the tower's going to get denied. Wow, and it seems like Calyrex may be able to pay for that price though. And he's going to be juking around the jungle a little bit. The ball line is going to connect quickly, and that's going to mean a stun and a dead Blacksmith.
Yeah, man, the aggression from Orange Esports again, like as compared to that previous game, is finally building up right now, and that's because of the way their heroes work. Even the Corrupted Disciple taking place in those team fights, and because he has by all means can easily do that. He has that Corrupted Conduit on top of the Overload. He's even gonna try to chase Hag there, but the Hag should be fine. They get the tier 1 in the mid. That's really good for them because that opens up even much more for a space for the rest of their team. A portal key already finished on Revenor, so that's even much more stronger for Legion lineup right now. That's really good for them, and I believe that Hellboard is really banking on Scott to get that early rune cleaver so that he can farm really quickly and set up ganks for the rest of his team, because Blacksmith for Luna can't really do much with the Pestilence who doesn't have his portal key just yet. He gets easily countered by the freshly bought portal key up on Revenor. They're gonna need a lot of items at least on this Pestilence and the Scout to start roaming around as 4, while the Hag just farms and opens up space for them in the later stages of this game.
Yeah, Hack's gonna be the ticket out of this entire predicament if they want to win this game. However, Scout's gonna be looking really good soon. He does already have the nice little broadsword. Yeah, that's a broadsword by the way, and a sustainer. They're gonna have Rune Cleaver real quick, and that means that Scout did opt for a little bit more on the farming route. So if they do drag this game beyond its prime, they should be able to win this game. However, is Orange Esports gonna let them do that? That's the question though.
Yeah, phase in reflection by the way, so can easily run up this hill if they want to. They don't have a revelation by the way.
Yep,
So
and
fate, oh my god.
they won't
Fate's-
be able to spot out the rest of these members coming in, but Burning Shadow is gonna land quickly on a Blacksmith. That's gonna be a fourth engagement for Team Legion already. And down goes Revnor. There goes Revnor. He's gonna go in. It doesn't go down. He's still alive. Yep, he's gonna pick up the kill there easily onto the Blacksmith. So Kiro now sitting at 2-0 and 4. They are just gonna sit by and watch as their Ancients gets completely taken out by Orange Esports. That's gonna mean a lot of goal for the entire team there.
That's just so sad for Helber right there. It's like a big slap to their face from Orange Esports because they just stole their ancients, man, while they wanted to do it, and that forced them to completely abandon bottom. As you can see right there, they all keep went like mid and almost to the top lane. They know that they can't take a team fight now because Legion team has all the items they really need. They don't have an Astrolabe just yet, but they're really so far ahead. Like level 11, that's the level 2 overload coming up from Discorrupted Disciple. You have stuns coming from Fate, you have Energy Field, you have the Kraken, release the Kraken ultimate. So there's so many things working in favor for Orange Esports now that they can take team fights whenever possible, and Halberd just can't do anything just yet. They're waiting for that portal key, which will be up on Preston soon enough. And Orange Esports actually gets a tier 1 bot, which opens up even much more space for ganking and gold for the rest of this team.
Yep, so the entire team now doing a lot of group work there. They did knock off the tier 1 down south as well as all the other tier 1s. That's going to be pretty relevant. Meanwhile, top lane now, the Dark's going to be called out here. Scout's going to be nicely stunned there by the ball lightning, and he's going to be able to look for a quick potting, but that quick, yeah, the potting is going to be effective. That was actually the portal key, and then the ball lightning effective, plus the fact they still had a double damage. That's an insane amount of damage with the Storm Blade, so that's going to be easy kill on the Scout. DQ is addressed this game.
Yeah, he really is. He can't take flight, he can't get that snowball, and that's because you can't get much with a Blacksmith or Luna. I want to say it kind of goes back slightly towards the draft and also the way that they kind of laned it. But yeah, I mean, this Pestilence does have his portal key now, so that will at least free up a little bit more room for them to gank should they want to. But you have to always take into account the portal key that's up on Revenor, so that's another thing to deal with. And Revenor, he is probably gonna go for more of that Shrunken Head route. He already purchased the Mighty Blade. I'm not sure if that's gonna be a Frostwolf. Is it Frostwolf? No, not a Frostwolf. The Ice Brand. But we'll just have to wait and see. I do believe it should be that Shrunken Head so that he can avoid a lot of the stuns coming from this Hellburn lineup. You have the Impale, you have the stun coming from the Emerald Lightning, as well as the Fireball from this Blacksmith. So that's gonna be a really, really good item for them. For him, sorry, and that will allow him to just have that much more initiation prowess.
Yep, and that said, it seems like Legion is having a little bit of a good time right now. 8k gold lead, definitely looking very strong. Hellborn a little bit behind though, and 10 is to 3, 18 minutes up already. It seems like Hellborn, they are still struggling to defend against this current spot, and to avoid team fights, it's going to be really hard. More importantly, because Orange is just bringing the A game here, they want to win as a clean 3-0 series to make sure that they are the undisputed champion of Cycle 3 and that they have been waiting a really long time to win an entire cycle. That said, a little bit of stun potential landing on the Blacksmith. Blacksmith is going to make food really easily. Pesty goes in for a quick stun. And that's going to mean that Mr. Ghost there is going to have a little bit of trouble staying alive. But he should be fine because he just popped the health potion. The tier 2 aggression is still going to be going on. Scout is going to try and take out the top tier here. But it seems like the fort is going to be used and Revenor is going to come in to try and make some deny work. It doesn't work. It's okay again, but Revenor should be able to find himself some space to farm. Because he fought away, they will not be able to push the tier 2 as well. The stun is going to miss on the Pesty. Pesty's Impale is going to hit only on the Kraken, and it seems like the Corrupted Conduit is going to land on the Pesty. Pesty is going to be in a lot of trouble. The Kraken ulti is going to be used here, but he still goes down nonetheless there. Mr. Ghost is also going to take the fall, but that's again alright. He did pop with the energy field. The stun from Fate is going to land on the Hack. Hack's going to be in a lot of trouble. The Hack's going to be a flash away. And that's just such a clutch gameplay for the Hack there. Scout's going to come into play also. The Dust is going to be used. And they're going to jump right on target. Bomb Rusher Ball is going to go down. All that's left is going to be the Blacksmith and the Scout plus the Hack. Hack's in a complete busy mode trying to run away. Scout's just hiding here. And he doesn't know what to do right now. He's like, no man, I don't know. I don't have what it takes to take this fight to 4 men. And he's just going to hide there a little bit more. In fact, stepping up a little bit with that mana Should be pretty much okay. Should be looking at a quick deny or not. A little bit too risky. He's gonna back off there. They have a ward of wrath here. He should be really careful. And Kraken's gonna try and run all the way back here. He will get spotted by the Scout, but Scout will know that there's no way that he can pick up the Kraken. That's just too big a monster to kill.
Yeah, and he's really tanky as well now with that Helm of the Black Legion, as well as the Mystic Vestments. That was a really good team fight coming up from Legion team. They get the tier 2 at the mid. They pick up on a lot of kills, by the way. Unfortunately, they get the kill onto Hag. That's because it's just inherently very mobile with that Flash of Darkness. But it looked like it was almost gonna pick up the kill nonetheless. The Hellborn team, they only picked off Engineer, if I'm not mistaken, in a previous team fight. So that's the only thing they can take away from that. And it went for that. The kill went to that Hag. So Hag can probably purchase his Shrunken Head if he wants to. I just feel like he should skip Shrunken Head entirely and go for that Grim of Power because he needs the output damage.
Oh, Fate in the middle lane, a lot of trouble there. He's definitely going down here. Yeah, Fate's gonna be able to make sure that Fate will be dead.
Yeah, that red power show as well doing some work, but yeah, completely missed that action. I'm not sure what happened there, but this Kraken, he has a portal key now as well. So you see the amount of initiation coming up. Top lane might even die right here. I'm not sure if they're gonna decide to dive this. Pestilence is in the vicinity, but nope.
Yep,
Okay,
they might actually do that. Pesty is gonna miss the stun because of a quick runaway by WTF. The corrupt conduit is gonna be landing on Pesty, but they're gonna call it quits and run away. Mister goes a little bit of dissing there. He still decides to land the big skill there. It's gonna be just fine. Pestilence is gonna be fine again. But the Kraken ulti though, it's gonna hit all both members there, and it's gonna be easy kill. The Keck is gonna throw out onto the Blacksmith. Blacksmith definitely is gonna go down. Also WTF there is gonna pick up the double tap. Meanwhile, on this side with his house, it seems like a Scout still in hot pursuit of Revenor. Not really sure what he's trying to achieve here, but should he reveal himself, Fate's gonna be in the vicinity. Fate still, I think Fate does want to pick up a kill on the Hag, and that's all she cares right now. Down goes the stun, and here comes the Kraken. That's gonna be easy kill onto the Hag. Hag's gonna be easy food there. Meanwhile, Scout and Milling doesn't know what's happening in the background there. He should be looking to run away quickly. Yep, he will run away.
Yeah, I actually thought that Hag would have blinked away because that was that Ward of Revelation to spot out that fade, but I think it's just a little bit too slow, so couldn't get the Flash of Darkness animation off, and yeah, it just ultimately got caught out. That portal keys are really being effective right now on this Legion team. You have what? Not three. You have 2 portal keys up on both the Revenor and this Kraken, so there's a lot of follow-up potential there. You always want to be sure that you have that portal key initiation on Kraken so that he can just jump right on your face and splash you with that splash ability and just slap you all across the floor. I do believe Astrolabe will be completed Engineer soon. He is still being that war bitch of course for his team, but the Dawnbringer is already completed and Corrupted Disciple, so that's another huge item for this Corrupted Disciple. That's a really nice item to have on this Corrupted Disciple. I probably even think that his next item could be the Staff of Masters, which is really strong. He doesn't even need a Shrunken Head in this game because there's so much initiation coming from this Legion lineup.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a lot of further earlier aggression in this game. Definitely Legion now in a very good standing. 23 minutes in, 18-5. Hellborn in a very bad spot. It seems like they are still struggling to make it work in this game, but they do have the tier 1 above top, mid, and bottom nicely addressed.
Yeah, they're gonna take this tier 2 no issues. They tried to trade. I don't think MR has the ability to trade this tier 2 at mid because I believe Orange Spurs can definitely port back if they want to, or even go for the base, but I do believe they're gonna go for the defense at the back. But Corrupted Disciple and Fade, as well as Entry, they actually don't have ports, so that's a little bit unsettling. They're actually gonna get a lot of chip damage in this mid tier 2, and they're not gonna be able to pick up kills, so that was actually kind of a misplay there coming up from this Orange Spurs crew over here. But you see Revenor jumping here. Is he gonna be able to catch Pestilence? No vision, so that's just really unfortunate for them.
Yeah, Fate still is in hot pursuit. They're trying to make sure that they at least get something out of the exchange there. However, the entire MR knows what's going on because of this ward here being placed by Bomb Rusher Pulse, so they will nicely back away quickly.
Yep, and currently now I think that Hellborn is doing fairly alright in this kind of position. They are taking towers whenever they can and quickly dodging the teamfight that follows after, quickly backing off and then resetting, which is what they need to do. You see now RNG Sports gonna go ahead and take the advantage to take this tier 2 at the top lane. They by all means need to do this because they shouldn't let the aggression die down. Shrunken Head will be in the works for Corrupted Disciple next. That's a very good item against this Hellborn lineup. There's the the Hag backlash and everything. All those extra magical damage and stuns also coming from the Hellborn team that he wants to avoid. A Bear Idol could even be in the works for this Legion lineup, but I don't think it's as necessary for them since they're so far ahead. Kraken could probably even go for the Soul's Bulwark as his next item. Fate definitely should get that portal key next. He already has his Humble the Black Legion, so he's fairly tanky. As for Revenor, he could even go for a Insanitarius and what is it? Elder Parasite to be that much more of an aggressive force to be reckoned with when they go in.
Yep,
But
and
they actually sorry, hold on. Actually, he has the shrunken head, so you probably won't go for Elder Parasite. But I still feel that Insanitarius is still a viable pickup unless he wants to go for more of like the Dawnbringer.
yep, that's gonna be okay. And the tower is gonna get denied, and we are looking at 18 minutes here. 18 is sorry, 25 minutes here. 18 is to 5. What am I saying? And Team Hellborn, they are looking to make sure that they get some space for Scout. Scout still already has got the Abyssal Skull as well as 2k gold in the bank after a Rune Cleaver. So they need to be really careful right now. If they do make this game drag beyond its prime, Scout's going to be a force to be reckoned with in the late stages, and that could be a little bit hard on Team Legion's side to deal with. They need to be really careful about that. Here comes the Pesty gang onto the Fate. Fate's gonna be spotted here, but here comes Revenant. They are gonna bite on the Scout. Scout's gonna get dusted as well as stunned. Scout's gonna be a lot of trouble there, but Revenant just walks too slow. The Torrent's gonna mop in on nicely. Pesty lands is done. That's a big mistake there. There's a lot of wards in this region. They're gonna be fine, and Rune of Regeneration is gonna be used onto Revenant. Revenant Balling is gonna go in, and Luna is gonna go down quickly. WTF is gonna pick up the legendary streak. And that's it. We are looking at a 20 to 5 already. They didn't manage to kill anyone on the Legion team, and Legion right now could be in a good spot for a push, but I think they're gonna wait for CD to finish up on his Shrunken Head first.
Yeah, they're even gonna take Kong, which is that much more adding insult to injury because now they're not gonna be. You really can't kill them because if they get this Kong as well, that token is gonna be so huge. It could even be given to Kraken if they wanted. Like he just jumps in, use Kraken ultimate and all this kind of jazz. Unless they want to give it to something like the Revenor so that he can just jump in and use all the rest of his skills. But I don't think Corrupted Disciple will have a Shrunken Head for the next push, and I don't think they're really gonna wait for that as they have that Soul Spore completed already by Kraken. So they could probably just take the token, give it to Corrupted Disciple, and then push it into the base if they wanted. But Hellborn team is gonna try to contest this. I think they have decent team fight right now, but they're really still banking on that Shrunken Head to be completed on Scout.
Yep, Scout still having nothing just yet. Definitely will be able to complete Shrunken Head really soon. He does have only 1.7k gold because he died earlier. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but if he does get a Shrunken Head, it's going to be in the next 1k gold. And now Scout's getting the spot out again. The Burning Shadow is going to be really effective. Scout cannot die here. And here comes the Engineer trying to make something happen. But the save is going to be possible, and yes, Scout is going to be fine.
Yeah, I mean he had no issues escaping over there. They're so close to their own base tower, and in fact all his supporting cast members were very close to that defense tower. In fact, they were just sitting on top of it, so they were ready to support. The reflection unfortunately will be wasted. That's a level 1 reflection by the way, so not gonna have the reflection up in 50 seconds or so. So still not the biggest of deals because they can easily test this Kongor again, and hopefully this Hellborn team will respond, and then they can take a good team fight coming up from this Legion lineup.
Yep, and now Kong is gonna get attempted. It seems like Hellborn is not gonna respond. The Kong is most probably going down here, and even the Korea is gonna get sniped. But the Korea immunity is gonna come up, and that's gonna be okay. They will know that Kong is being attempted, but Hellborn being very much a fight avoids evasive right now. They will not go in for any form of a team fight. So they are just trying their best to make sure the Scout gets the Shrunken Head as soon as they can. And on the flip side, the same story is going on for the Corrupted Disciple. And now he does already have that. Oh, a quick potting by Pasty to try and snatch up the token there. But Pasty may pay the price. And down goes Pasty. Here comes the Unicorn. And Blacksmith try to run away. Maybe a stun's going to be warranted here today. But no, not going to happen.
That was clutch actually. That's a really nice ball landing onto Pestilence, and Pestilence could do anything because of that quick Shrunken Head from Revenor as well. So really well played by them. They can push in the base right now if they wanted to. I don't know why they're trying to pick up a kill on the Scout. They should just push right now because they already picked off the kill onto this Pestilence. If they force the push, they will be able to do a lot of chip damage unless Pestilence buys out. But at least from that point of view, that means they force a buyback token on this Pestilence.
Oh my god, the bot's gonna be cancelled and the token might be wasted here. Yes, it will be. But a Kraken out there is still coming out really strong. And that's gonna be easy kill on 070. That's the hack. So no more Bad Blast now, it seems. But they will not be able to push. So a little bit wasted to just waste the token like that.
Yeah, that's actually a huge waste. He backed up a little bit too late when the rest of his teammates were already so far away. So just good capitalization coming there from MR. I actually saw that stun incoming because Blacksmith was just running all the way over there with his Striders activated. So just really unfortunate they won't have that token yet, but they can go ahead and push this mid lane if I'm not mistaken. As Engineer He's making his way over here.
Yes, we do have Scout still farming down south. He should be joining with the rest of his team really soon. If not, the defense will not be possible. But still, without the token, this fight could be pretty different right now. And they will be able to deward at water site by Bomb Rusher Paul. That's it, the tier 3 is going to get nicely defended, and down goes the Castans really quickly by the ball lining from Kido. Kido doing a lot of work again in this game, 7-0 and 8. It's just standing so strong. Tier 3 is going to get completely contested right now. The stun, a fireball onto the Fate is just so strong. They are all going to nicely back away. And here comes Pestilence completely overextending there. Not really sure what he wants to achieve, but here comes the Scout. Scout's going to look for an easy kill on the Fate, and the stun is still going to land on the CD. Hack might be coming in, but Hack is not going to do a lot of stuff here. And in fact, Hack is going to be, the marksman shot is going to land quickly on WTF. WTF is going to pot away quickly as much as possible. Engineer is going to be left behind, and he's going to be dead mid already. The rest of Orange Spot's going to be forced to pull back here. So that's going to be a successful defense. If it is going to happen in the same for the next few team fights, MRR might have this game.
Yeah, actually, I felt that was a misplay coming out from Orange Esports. I actually thought they should have just manned up and taken the team fight because of their worried, like the way that they were backing off like that. Not sure whether or not to go in, and it kind of forced them to die because they were going in separate directions and it didn't work out in the end.
It's going to be a really big comeback if MR wins this entire finals with a 2-0-2 lead here. Because they are now without any game points. I can see in the top of the screen 2 points to MR. They already won both games. If MR loses this game, they are out. However, if they win this game and the next then they can win the finals. Do know it's a best of 5. Therefore, I believe MR is going to be fighting so strong because this is the 3rd time they reached the playoff without getting a any top spot here. There is no Turtle Masters in this one. There is no S2Y in this one. They have been eliminated way early in this game. So in this entire playoff, so I hope that MRR will be able to make on this opportunity and win against Orange Esports, a team that they have bested before, for sure.
Yeah, I mean they have by all means a chance to do so. I actually saw another what was it called? Mighty Blade picked up by Curb the Disciple. Not sure what that is for. Oh yeah, okay, so he's probably gonna go for that Staff of the Master next, which is a very good item since he has the Shrunken Head already. That's gonna allow them to, you know, burst down the heroes coming from Hellborn team that much more easier as the Overload does bounce now to additional targets. Here we go. They're gonna go ahead and take the base tower at the mid.
Yep, they're gonna try and do that. Scout's gonna already, he has already popped back home. So still waiting for the Tifa to happen quickly. It seems like we might be able to see a big engagement before this game. And could it be a successful defense, or will Orange Esports be able to knock on the tier 3 and complete their pusher? That's the story. And so far, nothing happening just yet. Kraken landing extra chip damage there. The tower is going to go down. Next is going to be the Rexes. The rest of the members of Orange Esports just playing this really safely, hiding behind there. The fireball landing on Shui. And here comes the Pesty landing a 2-man stun on WTF. That's going to be a big bad blast. The Kraken not able to use the ulti just yet. I do believe that that is not used. It still has it. They're still waiting. They might be able to kill this Scout. The Kraken ulti is going to be used right now. Scout's going to go down, and that's going to be easy kills for them. Scout having no buyback here. This could be it here. Fireball's going to not be used on the Blacksmith. Blacksmith's going to get completely silenced by the electric fence. And that, again, is going to be a lot more effective in this game. So far in here, it could be looking like ORGE Esports might be winning this already. And the Millibrax has been completely taken care of. The range Brax now is going to be completely contested. Where is Team MRR? They are just still in hell. 14 seconds till Hack comes out, 15 till the Blacksmith, and 43 before the carry appears again. So they have got a lot of bandwidth right now. They're going to go ahead and jump on Pestilence. Pestilence going to take a little bit of chip damage there. Kraken's going to try and do a reverse Tsunami Charge. That's a big play. And Pesty now doesn't have the correct direction sense. He's going to go down. And that, again, is going to be easy pick up there.
Yeah, holy shit, like Orange Esports just completely getting everything right in execution wise, and they forced the buyback out of Pestilence and he died again, so not the best buyback over there, couldn't get anything done. I even in fact like just having that buyback wasn't as worth it now because A, he didn't get anything done, B, even if he did that, like the rest, what other support was there? No one was nearby no one was close to getting revived soon, so that was just really kind of a questionable decision by him to use the buyback. Even in fact fed the kill over there again to was it WTF, so yeah. That just boosts them up even more. WTF is sitting at 2.1k gold now. I'm not sure what his next purchase is gonna be. I do believe it should be that Staff Masters is really strong for team fights since he already has the Dawnbringer and the Shrunken Head as well as the Energizer. He has a complete mobility and freedom to run around in team fights, so he is really scary right now. You see the Warp Clef being purchased on Kraken, so he has that Demonic Breastplate in the works already.
here comes the CD looking for a kill on. Sorry, Revnar looking for a kill onto the Scout. Scout is gonna shrunken himself, so that's gonna be fine. And he will be able to back away quickly. Kido doing a lot of chip damage onto the Scout. Do you know that in terms of pure damage, CD is standing about 19%, Revnar at about 17, and Kraken at only 12. However, that's still a lot, and in fact, Kraken is dealing a lot of damage as compared to this anti-Hellborn team. So that's a 27-7 here in this game. We are looking at Kido with 8-0 and 11, and WTF with 9-1 and 8. So that's going to be really strong coming from Team Legion, really. And Hellborn, they have waited so long for this game, and if they lose this, they are already out. They are just so close to elimination. I am thinking that they are still waiting to buy some time, hoping for some space to farm wherever it is for the Scout to get up his next item. However, Scout, because he went for the farming route, he doesn't have much space to farm. He does deal about 200 damage, but having no brute or nothing of a more damagey kind of an item, he doesn't have something that can put up a real fight to the CD. I think that he is still very far behind, and he does have 700 gold in the bank. That is not going to amount to anything right now.
Yeah, he needs some kind of lockdown, like something like even a basher would be good for him at this kind of point, at this point in the game to cancel out the auto attacks coming from this Corrupted Disciple and this as well as Kraken.
Oh, do not.
But
Stuff of the Master. Have you said that already?
oh yeah, it's completed. Nice. So finally completed. Oh, it looks.
It's
that's a
looking
really nice.
so scary right now. With all the lightning around this guy, he
Yeah,
is
but this
electric
Grimoire-
freak.
Yeah, Grimoire finish on Hag as well, so that's good. But I think it's gonna take more than just a Grimoire to win this next team fight.
Yeah, it's gonna take more than that, unfortunately. It seems like there is no Shrunken on the Hag, so Hag's gonna be really susceptible to a lot of stun coming from Revnar as well as that of the Kraken. Maybe even a Fate's Burning Shadow is gonna be good enough. That said, the next team fight is gonna happen real soon. 37 minutes in this game already, and 27 is to 7 here. 22k gold is for Orange Spots. If they win this, it's gonna be a clean series. Clean swipe, uncontested. No arguments whatsoever. They will win this. And for MRR, they are still hanging on by a really thin trail line. It's so thin, it's barely an inch right now. And it's really, really hard for them to win this game because there's nothing on the Scout, really. He should be looking at quick brutalizer, and they're buying time for that, but does he have the space to farm? I don't think so. Orange Spots no as well, but here comes a big pot in by the Pesty. Bad Blast landing on CD. CD gets taken care first. That's gonna be a lot of trouble. The Hack goes down, unfortunately enough, but the rest of Team Orange Spots still standing. Some of Scout still alive, so that's gonna be a little bit of a good sign. Pesty gets taken care of. That's gonna be really bad right now. 2:1 exchange here, going in favor for Orange Spots. They don't have the carry anymore, but it's not like they need it anyway. We got Kido here today. Kido doing a lot of good work in this game. 10-0 and 11. He does have a very good streak going on already, and it seems like it's not gonna get stopped soon. And Kido goes in for extra kill potential on Revnar. The ball lightning effect is gonna be so effective. Revnar is not gonna land the extra hit there on the Blacksmith. However, Shui is gonna pick up the kill on Bomb Rusher Paul. That's gonna be a really good reverse Kraken charge again. And it seems like well, wow, he ended his streak. Wow. The blood buff is gonna go down. Blacksmith will do a lot of work there, so it's gonna be good work on Blacksmith. But I do believe that Kido is actually at this point in time throwing this game a little bit there, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. They didn't secure the Rexes. That's completely aggressive as well as greedy on their part. They're gonna now come in. However, Pestilence gonna respawn in the next 5 seconds. Hack is already completely respawn, so that, in my opinion, is not a really good fight for them. They shouldn't have taken the fight that far.
Yeah, they really overextended in my opinion, like too greedy on trying to get kills, pushing down. They should have known their limits. So just take the Brax. Like, you don't need to force so much aggression. You're already so far ahead. Don't throw the game by like feeding to Fountain and base towers. Like that Shrine towers were doing so much damage to Revenor, and on top of that stun coming from Blacksmith, that was what secured the kill onto him. So really well played there, coming from MR to well, not really as much, but I guess just well played on their part for utilizing the mistakes coming up from Orange Esports there from overextending the game. And actually that would have to tie back to the huge initiation coming up from the Pestilence as well as the Hag. They bursted out Corrupted Disciple so fast before he could even get his spells up that he didn't even get to take part in that previous team fight. But now he's here again, and they're all grouping up, and hopefully this time around he doesn't get picked off yet again from this combination from the Hag as well as the Pestilence. Hag won't have Bat Blast, by the way, for the next 9 seconds or 5 seconds, but it will be up soon. So
yep, it will be, and 40 minutes gonna be up in this game real quick. 30-9, 23k goal lead. Nothing too different in this game so far. MRR still waiting for the Brutalizer to complete it. Rather, it's just nicely completed on the Scout. So if they take this next team fight, they could win it. With the Scouts Brutalizer, things are definitely going to be a lot more different in this game. However, WTF still looking so strong with lightning spewing out all over his body there with the Staff of the Master.
And I think, yep, here we go. This is the team fight right now.
Yep, it's gonna be happening right there. Kraken landing a little bit of extra damage on the mini break. The Classy goes in for a nice spot, but the Babael's landing only on a Kraken. Kraken goes down. Kido is still alive somehow. Kido making sure that a lot of work is being done there. WTF also gonna pop his ulti, but it seems like they are not able to land too much attack on the mini breaks. It seems like MR might be in a good spot right now.
Yeah,
There's no way Orange can push in, right?
Yeah, that was again a good initiation from Hagen and Pestilence. Like that's what you need to do. Like, so what if you use the Bad Blast on one person? That's a huge part of their team fight in that game. That's why you see Orange Esports just backing out right there. They don't have the Kraken ultimate to be used anymore. Plus, they don't have the effects from the demonic breastplate and the ability for this Kraken to, you know, because if you notice in that in the previous few engagements, Kraken's been doing a really good job of always portal keying in front of people and pushing them back with the tsunami charge. So that's why you see the quick pushback, port back, no, well not port back, the quick retreat there coming out from this Orange Esports team. And I do believe the Disciple is probably working towards a Behemoth's Heart now, so that he won't be as afraid of standing in the front, because they can't keep the Kraken in front now, since he's the one that needs to be in the team.
Yup, it gets rewarded, but Nigeria is going to pay the price. The WTF in a lot of trouble. It's going to be both the Pesty and the Scout knocking onto the WTF. And it seems like Corrupted Disciple is going to do extra damage here, and he's still alive somehow, looking for a kill on Scout. He gets a Scout kill with the help of Kido there. Also, Luna goes down. This could be big. Blacksmith a lot of trouble. Blacksmith might be able to run away. Yes, he will. And Pesty's also going to pop back there. All that's left is going to be the hack, and it seems like Orange will win. It's a little bit of a slight small skirmish outside the bases here. They are also going to go for Kong. And if the token life is again going to be on Corrupted Disciple, this could be pretty big for them.
Yeah, it could really be. I don't think it's probably going to be in the Corrupted. I think it could even be in something in the Revenor, so that he can be the one to stand in front instead. Since he is the initiator anyway, so when he stands in front, that just means like, okay, we can't really go on him, because if we try to go on him, he's going to initiate on someone else from our team, and we can have the follow-up to, you know, quickly burst down like the Kraken or the Corrupted Disciple. So I think it would be a good decision to put it onto Revenor, but the Corrupted Disciple is going to take it.
Friendly Penguin saying hi. Will not get anything done. Yep, so the token of life is going to be on the CD as I expected. So he's going to have a lot more guts and balls, all the balls from all over the world. He will be able to just go straight up into the next team fight and be able to man up really ridiculously well. That said, he may want to complete his item before the next team fight, or maybe Orange is just so tired of waiting right now that they are going to make it happen. I do believe that they are going to make it happen. All 5 members are already congregating down south here. They know that there's 2 life on the CD. However, he's not at full health. Yep, the health potion is going to be used on him. It is not going to regen him all the way to full health, but above 2k HP should be possible there. That said, though, Team ORGE Sports now is going to look for the final push. Or may not be the final push run, but maybe just the extra push potential. And again, it's going to be the big bad blast, this time only on the CD. And not really hitting everyone there. The big Kraken ultimate, this is going to be it. Orange has said, enough is enough. We are done. We're just going to walk in and smash. Get smash, Orange. Get smash MR. They are going to go in there. Also pick up the Korean nicely. And now it seems like the melee practice is going to be completely contested there. But there is no defense coming from MR because everyone is in hell. There's only the hack and the Luna and Blacksmith there still waiting. And they are still waiting to respawn. Pesty and Scout is alive, but they are not able to do much of a thing on their own account. Pesty has decided to take this game completely in a very unorthodox manner, trying to choose his way out of here, trying to make sure that he pushed the top lane, at least making sure that the team fight is somewhat worth it. But the pot's going to be used there. I don't think it's going to be effective. Pesty does not have a homecoming stone, so MR knows this is done, man. They know it is done. There is no homecoming stone on the Pestilence. There's no way we can bring the next team fight. ORGE Sports will win it in most fashionably sense. It's going to be a 3-0. And energy field is going to be used here. They are going to try and still defend this, but the range barracks is going to be going down quickly. There is no hack still, and hack's coming back right now. A little bit too late. Damage has been done, and home is not like home anymore. Completely barren. You lost your sofa, your TV couch, and everything else. All that's left is just the floor.
Yep, that's Mega Creeps, and I just gotta say the biggest play right there was the use of the illusions coming out from who was it? Was it the Revenor? I think it was the Revenor's illusions, either him or the Corrupted Disciple. But that illusion forced Pestilence. Sorry.
It shouldn't be CD. I was keeping my eye
Yeah,
on him. Yeah.
yeah, I think it was should be Revenant. Like, that was a really huge rune for them because that forced them to actually
Oh,
initiate.
they're
Oh,
gonna
here we
catch on
go.
the scout right now. There's also a Bound Iron, but Fate's gonna get taken care of. The Bound Iron is gonna get destroyed. So Scout does have a little bit more free roam space there. The Brutalizer is gonna go out quickly, and Kraken's gonna miss the big ultimate. Wow! The Dust is gonna go out, but they will spot out Riku. Riku now is trying to make something happen for MRR here. If they manage to knock out all 5 members, maybe they can try and do a little bit of base rush, but there is also buyback to take note of. Cheetah is definitely gonna be a bit better kill on Kido. Kido does go down, and it seems like a Scout's gonna be a lot of trouble. Here comes the Hack, maybe able to stop the Corrupted Disciple. Nope, Scout will go down. Hack in a lot of trouble. He's gonna pot the Void Talisman. And meanwhile, Kraken's gonna do a lot of damage here onto the Peasant, but he does have a double damage, so that's gonna be easy cleanup. And ORGE Sports all of a sudden will lose a little bit of gold lead here. 27k gold lead only, and Hellbound will call it quits. They said, you know what, we can always kill you any day, but you has won this game anyway.
Yeah, I mean, sure, you can kill us. I mean, like, Legion team should be fine in that previous engagement. Like, yeah, kill me all you want, because the main aim of the game is not to kill the heroes, it's to kill the throne, and they already destroyed the security codes to the gates and everything like that. So, you know, their home was completely wide open. They thought it was Canada. They just ran in. You see a whole bunch of dogs over there, there's creeps running into the base and destroying everything. And yeah, I mean, you can't leave your house barren, man. You need those security codes for your gates, and they let that up, and they ultimately lost the game. That was just
Yeah.
really, really huge place coming in. And it all came down to that final initiation when they were at the bottom. When they used the illusion rune to go scout in front, you saw Pestilence and Hag blow their stun as well as the ultimate, the bad blast, onto the illusion, and that was it. Because it ended up into a huge Kraken ultimate, and the rest was history. Like, you can't do that so late in the game. So that was really a clutch illusion rune in my opinion.
It is. It's completely barren at home for them, and it seems like they will lose this game 3-0 this entire series. Congratulations to ORGE Sports Malaysia for winning this. It is a really good series to cast. 3-0, definitely very good coverage, and more importantly so because MRR, man, they just fought hard every single time. This is the MRR story, guys. They will win their first game. In the first playoff, the first series, they will win the second one or maybe, and then they will reach the third one and they will lose it there. It has been the same for cycle 1. Cycle 2, I do believe that they lost to S2Y, or rather it's ORGE Sports, but again they were third, and in this one they were second, so it's like second, third, second for MRR. And MRR, man, they have worked so hard, but I know that they are always falling short in certain perspectives. So yeah, ORGE Sports definitely deserve the win there.
Yeah, very, very deserving victory for them. I mean, they really played their A game. The execution was really flawless. Like, they everything just came together for them, and that was just really, really well played. MRR, they did put up a decent fight, but mostly only in game 3, I feel. But yeah, I mean, they tried their best, and Orange Esports is just one of those really top tier Southeast Asian teams, so it's nothing to take away from MRR. They did a good job as well.
Yeah, but do take note that there's always the WTF factor now in ORGE Sports. Now that he's back, the carry role is nicely taken care of, and that a lot of extra stuff is happening. That's it. Lark, any last minute shot before I take the stream offline?
Yes. First of all, shout out to EGTV crew as always. You guys are awesome. Love you guys so much, and we're
You don't even
making.
sound passionate when you say that.
So, what? Hello? Excuse me? Yes. I love you guys so much. But yeah. Big shout out to you guys. Big shout out to Ishi Epic Gaming Television, stream, YouTube as well, and all those links which are in our description below. Big shout out to Rift Wars, one of the best modes ever that has finally released in Heroes of New Earth. Shout out to all the players as well as the fans that are always tuning in, as well as the international players that actually tune into Green HoNTourSEA. So shout out to you guys.
Yeah, but I'm gonna shout out to all the viewers on Gurna Hansi. Thank you guys for tuning in here. I would hope that you guys would also follow us to Epic Gaming Television, where we will bring you more Re4 games. And also gonna do a shout out to my girlfriend. Didn't forget you again today. I hope you hear that. And I'm also gonna do extra. Nope, she didn't hear that. Never mind. I'm also gonna do a shout out to Ice Ice Baby for being our chat moderator today, doing a lot of work there as well. Last but not least, man, as you can see on the screen there, we have all the appropriate channel for Epic Gaming Television. Should you want to follow us there, you can definitely do it. So, you can follow us on Twitch, you can also subscribe to YouTube, and follow us on Facebook. That's where most of the action is, actually. That said, we are going to take this stream offline, and all the VODs are going to be uploaded on the AGTV YouTube page. So do go there and do subscribe. You'll be able to catch the full series. for all of you who have missed some action. That's it. This is Babael, with me is Lark, and I hope you guys enjoyed this cast. We'll be back real soon with some Rift War on the EGTV stream. So see you guys there. Goodbye.
See you guys. 안녕하세요.